All right, you guys, welcome to class. My name is Teacher Chad. This hour, we are going to be talking about taking the bus, okay? So we'll be looking at vocabulary words that we can use, phrases that we can use, things like that, when we're talking about taking the bus. Now, in the United States, taking a bus is not as popular as it is in other countries. So buses and things like that, transportation-wise, they're not going to be as crowded, okay? And there aren't going to be as many buses traveling all over the place. But what we do have is a very organized system. So we have certain buses that go on the same routes, okay? They have the signs, there's a bus route that you can purchase, things like that, and get information about where these buses are going to be and approximately what time they're going to show up, okay? So we're going to be talking about these different things and different words that we can use so that if you do travel to an English-speaking country, mainly the United States or Canada, you can use some phrases to help you in your travels, okay? All right, let's see who we have in class so far. Livia, how are you? Okay, Livia, make sure that your microphone is not muted.
Okay, I'm sorry.
There you go. Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Fine, fine. I am here again.
Yes, that's great. All right. How about Laszlo? Laszlo, how are you?
Thank you, teacher. I'm fine. Thank you. And you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
All right, and we have Kinga. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
I'm doing great. And Kinga, I don't believe I've had you in my class before. Where are you from? Say that one more time. Where are you from, Kinga?
I'm from Hungary, and this is the first time I am here.
Okay, great. So you're from Hungary. Great. It's awesome to have you here. Nice to meet you. All right. And also, Amparo, welcome back to class. Amparo, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, fabulous. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
And Luis. How you doing, Luis?
I'm fine, Chad. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How is Canada today?
Canada is awesome, but my city is flooding.
Okay. And Luis, how did your wife do on her interview?
She was fine, and she is waiting for the answer for the company yet.
Okay. Did she feel better about the interview?
Yeah. She said that is very confident now.
Okay. Good. Hopefully she gets it. She gets it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's see. Onur, how are you?
I am fine, Chet. I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. Welcome to class. It's good to have you here.
Thanks. Thanks.
Okay, you guys. All right. So let's take a look at our lesson. The link is here in the chat box. Go ahead and open that up. Okay. Now, what I was saying before is that in not in every state or every city in the United States, but in most states, we don't have a lot of buses, okay, or a lot of public transportation. We do, but it's not as much as in other countries. So, for example, here in Costa Rica, where I'm at right now, they have buses all over the place, going everywhere, right? And you can get a bus anywhere. Okay, in the United States specifically, I don't know if it's the same way in Canada. We do have buses, but they're not all. We don't have them everywhere. The one thing that we do have is that we are very organized. Okay, so you can go and buy a sheet that lists the times that buses will go by there, and you'll have different a map. Okay, a map of the different routes, okay, to help you out, okay? And I used to take the bus when I was in Utah. When I didn't have a car for a time, I took a bus, and it worked out just fine, okay? So yes, this hour we're going to be talking about buses and transportation, all right? Dua, welcome to class. How are you? Almost. Dua, go ahead and shout out once you are able to unmute yourself. All right, you guys. The link is in the chat box. Please open that up. Okay, and we'll take a look here at this dialogue first. Okay, and let's see how many people we have. We've got 7 in class so far. Let's start off with Amparo over on the left-hand side. In class, we are going to read one line each. Okay, so one line each. Amparo will read here, and then my next reader will be Dua. Dua, is your microphone working yet? Nope, not yet. So my next reader will be Kinga. And Kinga, I'll have you read this line, and then we'll go to a next reader. So we are reading one line each. Okay, Amparo, please start.
Is this, you can see. Is this the bus I take to get to the university?
Okay, Kinga, next line.
No, this is an express bus to the shopping center.
Oh,
Very good.
sorry.
Laszlo?
Oh, sorry. Which bus will get me to the downtown campus?
Libya? Libya, make sure that your microphone is unmuted. And I'd like for you to read this line here, please.
Okay. You can take route number 3 or number 8. Bus number 8 is express to the university.
Very good. Luis?
Do you know when the next number 8 will get here?
Very good. Onur?
Bus number 8 arrives at depot on the hour. Bus number 3 comes every 15 minutes.
Okay. Amparo?
Okay, since how much longer does bus number 3 take to get to the school?
Okay. Dua, are you there? Okay. Kinga, go ahead and read the next line.
It makes a lot of stops. It takes at least 50 minutes.
Laszlo?
50 minutes. That's quick.
Libya? Libya, please read the next line.
15.
No, starting right here. No.
15 minutes. That's quick.
Okay, the line underneath, right here, where it says no.
Okay. No. 50 hours and 5 hours. 5 hours.
Very good. Luis?
Oh, sorry. And what's the fare?
Very good. And our last one, Onur.
$2 for students. You'll have to show your student ID.
Okay, excellent. All right, you guys. Please take a look at the dialogue here. and let me know if there are any words or phrases you do not understand. Okay, how about express? What would express bus mean?
It's a directly bus. It's no stops.
Okay, yeah, so it's a direct bus. Okay, express would be no stops. Okay, a direct. Okay, that would be express. Okay, no stops at all. Okay,
And fair.
fair. Good question. Fair is, oh, right here. So fair. All right, that is the tariff. Okay, tariff, or okay, so we call it a fare. What is the fare? Okay, that is how much money you need to pay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, or price. Price would be another one.
It's like ticket, something.
Yeah, it would be the cost.
Yeah, it's the cost.
The cost of riding the bus. The cost of riding the bus or buying a ticket. Okay, and welcome to class, Aga. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, so that is a fare. Okay, now we don't use the word fare all the time. Okay, we usually just say, how much does it cost? Okay, how much does it cost? That is more of a typical way to say that. Okay, using the word fare is kind of old. All right, that's an old word to use. What's the fare? Well, I don't know. Okay, well, we don't use that word. We say, how much does it cost? All right, how much does it cost? Or what's the cost? Okay, what's the cost? Now, for a bus, okay, they say here about $2. Okay, about $2 for students. That is, in my opinion, that's pretty expensive. Okay, when I took the bus, it was probably about $1, maybe a little bit less. Okay, but $2 would kind of be expensive. Now, what do you think he means when he says $2 for students? You'll have to show your ID. What would be the difference, class?
For people who is no student, the price is up.
Okay, they have to pay more.
Yep.
All right, so if you are not a student, in this instance, okay, you would have to pay more. Okay, and you never know exactly how much more that will be. Okay, but yeah, so you would have to pay more. Now, show your student ID. Okay, your student ID is like your ID, that your identification for going to school, that proves that you are in school. Sometimes you can get discounts that way. Sometimes you can't. Okay? All right, Laszlo wants to know what depot means. Okay? Depot. Who can tell me what the word depot means?
The station?
Station.
Okay, station. Okay, now yeah, this would be a large place. Okay, where all of the buses would meet up. Okay, and usually they are not going to be in the middle of the city because buses are large. all right, and they need to have space. Okay, so a depot is like a bus station. Okay, so what's the difference between a bus station and a bus stop?
The bus station is bigger.
Okay, bus station is bigger.
Bus stop is just for a moment.
Okay, good. Yeah, so let's take a look here. So we're going to go to bus station. Okay, so bus station is going to be big. You'll usually have a lot of buses that line up, kind of like this. Okay, and you can jump on a particular bus and it will take you someplace. All right, this is a bus station in Hong Kong. Okay, one of the famous bus stations that we have is called Greyhound. Okay, Greyhound goes between states. Okay. All right, and it's a bus station. Okay, and yeah, they look like this. They have a bunch of buses that are lined up. Okay, a bus stop is going to be small. Okay, not as big. There's only room for one bus, if that. Okay, and it usually has a bench. Okay, usually has a bench like this. Okay, usually has a bench and a covering. Okay, and an advertisement or whatnot. You'll usually find the bus number or route number here on the bus stop. So notice how in our story, okay, we have route 3 or route 8. Okay, typically you will find the route number right here. Okay, and it may be like this number right there, 450. Okay, that's the bus that comes through here. Okay, or this could be the stop number. All right, but you'll have some identification number on the stop, identifying which bus that belongs to and what route that is on. Okay. All right, taking a look back at our dialogue, are there any other words or phrases you do not understand? Nope? All clear? Okay, fabulous. Let's take a look here at some different ways to say these words. And I did want to welcome Khan to class. How are you, Khan?
My name is John.
John, okay. Welcome, John.
Thank you so much, teacher.
All
And
right.
you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing really good. Thank you for asking. Okay, you guys, let's take a look. Now, these words that are in bold black were in our dialogue. Okay, and we're going to learn some new phrases that we could say, okay, or that we would hear when talking to a bus driver or something like that. Okay? All right, let's start off with Aga. Aga, please read these questions right there, okay?
Okay. Is this the bus I need to take? Does this bus go to Main Street? Does this bus go downtown? This bus stops at the airport, right?
Okay, very good. Now, Aga, if you were looking to get to a certain place, all right, what type of question would you ask if you want to know about the bus that would take you to, let's say, the mall? If you wanted to go to the mall and you wanted to take a bus, what kind of a question would you ask, Aga?
Like, which bus which bus goes to some certain place?
Yes, which bus? So which bus goes to, and dot 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 dot. Okay, so which bus goes to whatever place you are thinking of. Okay, and you could say which bus goes to the mall, which bus goes to downtown. Okay, which bus goes to the university. Okay, so that would be another way to ask this, you guys. Okay, now if in this picture here you're jumping on the bus, so you're getting on the bus, and you can ask the bus driver, all right, does this or is this the bus I need to take to get to? All right, to get to, and then wherever you're going. Okay. Sorry, these would be the questions that we would ask. All right, so we would say to get to. All right, which bus do I take? Okay, yeah, that's a good one, Amparo. Do you know what bus goes to? All right, instead of which bus goes to, do you know what bus goes to? All right, all of those would be great. Now, notice here at the end we have the word right, and I use this all the time. Okay, what does the word right mean at the end of a sentence?
¿Correcto? ¿Ahora?
Yes, good. Good. It means correct.
Correct.
Yeah, is that right? Okay. So this bus stops at the airport, right? Okay. So, if you have a statement that you want to turn into a question, okay, say, this bus stops at the police station, right? Okay, and so we make a statement, and then we put right on the end of it. Okay, and that works a lot when we want to change a statement to a question. Okay, very good. Thank you, Livia. Excellent. Any other ways that you guys can think of asking where a bus goes? How else can we ask where a bus goes, or which bus we need to take? Okay, you can always say, how do I get to? Okay, how do I get to? And then they can tell you which bus you'll need to take. Okay, very good. Let's go to Amparo. All right, so please read these next 3 questions.
How often does it come? Does it come every 15 minutes? How often does it stop here?
Okay, very good. So what are we trying to find out here, Amparo?
The frequency of the bus?
Yeah, the frequency. Okay. So how often does it come? That's that's a very formal statement. How often does it come? All right. You can ask, does it come every 15 minutes? You can also say, so when is it going to get here? Okay. So when is it going to get here? How long is the wait?
When is the next bus coming?
Yeah, okay. So when is the next bus coming? Okay. So a lot of times when we take the bus, we spend time waiting, right? And so we want to know when it comes. Now, if you go to the United States, you can always get what's called a bus. Okay, a bus schedule. And let's see here. Let's go to Salt Lake bus good picture here. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is my city. Okay, where I lived for a while. Okay, this is our tracks and front runner. So we have a train that comes through, as well as buses that follow these routes. Okay, and so you can go to what we have. It's called the Utah Transportation Authority. All right, most states in the United States have what's called a transportation authority. Okay, so if you travel someplace in the United States, you can ask, where can I get a bus schedule? Where can I get a bus schedule?
On the internet?
What's that?
On the internet.
Oh yes, you can go to the internet, but you can also go to a government location, and you can probably get a schedule, and it'll have the times that that it will show up. Okay, also the different stops. Okay, and the different routes that it will take.
Usually
Okay.
you can get in the public libraries.
In the public libraries. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. I'm trying to look for another one here. All right. Yeah, so a public library may have it. That sounds probably even like the best place to get it. So look for a public. If they don't have physical copies, you can use the internet there in the library, which will be free, and download a copy. Okay, so yeah, this will help you find out how often, okay, the buses come, and in the United States, they stay pretty strict to the schedule that they have. All right, they may be off by a few minutes here or there, but they are pretty strict to that schedule. Okay. All right, let's go to our next groupings of words. John, please read these. Let's see, 7 sentences, please.
Okay. This is the express bus. This bus is not in service. This bus is full. This bus doesn't take bikes. This bus makes all regular stops. This is the airport bus. This bus goes downtown.
All right, very good. Okay, and John, what do you think this means? This bus doesn't take bikes.
Doesn't take bike.
Doesn't take bikes.
This bus not take not bicycle.
Okay.
Not take bicycle in the bus.
Okay, you can't take the bike inside of the bus or put the bike on the outside. Okay, so bike. Okay, so typically in the United States, this is in Charlottesville. Okay, if a bus takes bikes, that means that it has a rack here on the front of the bus. Okay, and you can put your bike there, then get on the bus, ride the bus. When you get off, you get your bike and you're good to go. Okay, but not every bus has what's called a bike rack. This is called a bike. Okay, and not every bus has it. Okay, you see how this gentleman here is putting his his bike on a bike rack. Okay. All right. So you may be able to do that. You may not be able to. Usually, we are not able to bring the bike. We're not able to bring the bike inside of the bus. Okay, there's not enough space for that. So we have bike racks, and you stick them on the bike out or on the bike racks outside. Okay, and sometimes a bus may be full. Now, in the United States, we have capacity limits. Okay, that means if you are riding on a bus in the United States, you probably will not be squished up against someone else. Okay, riding in a bus. Okay, it's not like here in Costa Rica, or also in Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, Argentina, where I've been. When you jump on a bus, okay, and a bus driver makes a stop, if there's a lot of people in there, it doesn't matter. You just kind of squeeze closer together, right? So in most places in the U.S., they have capacity limits, and if a bus is full, they will not let you on. Okay, you have to wait for the next bus. Okay, but like I said, okay, most people don't take private or take public transportation, so buses are relatively light. Okay, they don't have a lot of people on there. You will usually be able, you will usually be able to find a place to sit down. Okay, unless you are riding there in the morning time or at night. Okay, when it's a little bit more packed. But capacity limits, they would have capacity limits. They do not let the buses get overcrowded. Okay, so they may tell you that it is full. If it is full, you can't get on. Okay, you cannot get on. All right, let's go to our next one here. This is for Kinga. All right, Kinga, please read these next 4 questions.
How long does it? I don't see. How long does it take to get downtown? How far is it? I don't see. How far is it to the downtown core? When will it reach the downtown stop? How long is the ride to the city center?
Okay. And so here we're looking to find out the time that it takes. Usually, you guys, if you have a bus schedule, you will be able to know. But if you don't have a bus schedule, those are great questions to ask. Okay? Always start off by saying, "Excuse me." Okay, excuse me. Oh. Okay, do you know, and then how long it takes to get to the city center? Okay, be as polite as possible because you want to get the answer. Okay, if you go up to someone and say, "Hey, how long does it take to get there?" Okay, they may think of that as being rude, but if you say, "Excuse me, do you know how long it takes to get to the city center?" Or, "Excuse me, how long does it take to get to the city center?" Okay, be polite. Be polite. All right, that's I can't stress that enough. Being polite and saying please and thank you and excuse me when you're talking to people. Okay, so I wanna make sure that you do that. These phrases here are great. Okay, these phrases here are great to be able to use. How long does it take to get? How far is it? Okay, when you're asking how far, all right, you're asking about time and distance. Okay, not just distance. All right, usually when we ask how far it is, it's time and distance. Well, it's about 3 miles, but it'll only take us 5 minutes to get there. Okay, so it's time and distance. Okay, let's go to Laszlo.
Yes.
Please read the next 3 sentences.
Your bus is coming. That's your bus. That is the bus you need.
Okay, these are important important phrases to memorize. Okay, someone may say, "Hey, this is your bus. This is your bus. That's your bus." Okay, if you are in a new city, okay, if you're in a new city and you don't know where you're going and you've asked for help, listen for that phrase. Okay, because we can tell when you are lost, just like when I am in your city and I'm going like this, you can tell that I'm lost, right? So someone will say, "Hey, this is your bus," or "That's your bus." Okay, that's the clue that this is the bus you need to take. You need to get on that bus. Okay, that's your bus. They're important phrases to remember, to listen to. That's your bus. This is your bus you need to take. Okay, your bus is coming. Okay. So Luis, you made a comment here. Buses in Canada don't accept money, just fare. This means you need to buy the fare. Okay, so you have to buy the ticket, Luis, before you get on. Oh, I thought this was Luis. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So in Canada, you have to buy the ticket before you get on the bus.
Yes, you can't to pay directly in the bus. You need to buy the pass monthly, or maybe a little book with 10 tickets. It's not
Ah,
possible.
okay. And then they just stamp it, or they punch out a section, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. In and I can't remember how we did it. If we had a terminal and I had to buy it, or if I paid cash, I can't remember. Okay. So it may be like that in many different places now, Luis. I'm sure if that's how Canada is doing it, many places in the United States do the same thing. Okay, where you buy a punch card or you buy a monthly pass. Okay, if you have a monthly pass, that means you can get on any bus throughout the city. And usually, you guys, monthly passes are going to be anywhere from, I would say, $70 to $100. That's probably the price you would have to pay for a monthly pass. It may be a little bit more, okay? May not be, okay? It just depends, okay? Let's go to Libya.
Okay.
Libya, please read these next 4 questions.
Okay. What is the fare? How much does it cost? What is the student fare? How much is for a child? Excuse me.
Good. Yeah, how much is it? How much is it for a child?
How much it's for a child?
Okay, and this would be, is it? Is it
for a child?
There you go. How much is it for a child? Excellent.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So we may have different fares. Okay, for let's start off. So we'll have elderly, students, and okay. So you may have a different fare for each age group. Okay, so if you're an adult, adults would probably pay the most. Okay, students and children would pay the least, and the elderly would probably pay probably around the same as a student, if not less. Okay, So by far the adults are going to pay the most. All right. Yes, but these are great questions. Okay. How much does it cost? Now, if you are standing at the bus terminal and you are about to buy a ticket, okay, and there's two of you, you can ask how much. Okay, all right. You would say, how much does it cost for us? Okay, or how much would it cost for us? Okay, so talking about a possibility, how much would it cost? Okay, and so you can switch out would for, does for would, and that would be just fine. How much would it cost? Okay, because you don't know if you're actually going to buy it yet. Okay, it's still a possibility for you. All right. Let's see here. Very good. Let's go to Luis. Okay, Luis, let me have you read the next 4 sentences, please.
Okay. It comes on the hour. It comes every 15 minutes. It comes at 20 past the hour. It comes every few minutes.
Okay. All right, so what does comes on the hour mean?
It is exactly in the time.
Yes. Okay, so it'll come exactly at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So it's right at the beginning of the hour. Okay, so it comes. Whoops. Okay, so comes on the hour means at the beginning of the hour. At the beginning of the hour. Okay? 15 past the hour. What 15 past the hour? What does that mean? $15 past the hour. That means like if the time is 2, it would come at 2:15 or 1:15 or 4:15. Okay, so 15 past the hour is 15 minutes past the beginning of the hour. Okay, so 15 minutes past the beginning of the hour. Okay, every 20 minutes. Okay, how about, and I know it doesn't say here. Okay, so every 20 minutes. Every 20 minutes mean? What does every 20 minutes mean? If we say, yeah, it comes every 20 minutes.
Two times in hour.
Yeah, three times.
Three times in.
Okay, 3 times in the hour. Okay, so 3 times in an hour. All right. Yeah, so depending on when it started, all right, because if it started at 2:05, okay, next time would be, all right, 2:25. Okay, and so that's how it would be. So depending on when it started, all right, it would come 3 times in the hour every 20 minutes. Okay, and then every few minutes, all right, remember few is 3. Few is 3 minutes, but we use few very liberally. Okay, if I say, it'll take me a few minutes. Okay, a few minutes can be anywhere from 3 minutes to 10 minutes. Okay? So when someone says it comes every few minutes, they do not mean exactly 3 minutes. Okay? It's probably going to be 5 to 10 minutes. All right? So in this example here, when they say it comes every few minutes, okay, they probably mean every 5 to 10 minutes. All right, it comes every 5 to 10 minutes, not 3 minutes, okay? Because usually when you ask for a few, all right, it's three. 3 is a few, okay? But we use the word few very liberally, okay? So every few minutes, that would be 5 to 10. Okay, so that's what that means. Okay, very good. Let's go to let's see here. We've talked about this one, student card. Let's skip over that one here, and we're going to go to this one. We'll go to Aga. Oh, let's see. Luis, did you already read?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so Aga, let me have you read these last 4 lines, please.
Okay. When will the next bus arrive? When is the next number 6 due? How long will it be until another number 6 comes? Did I just miss the number 6?
All right, very good. What is another way to say arrive?
Coming.
When coming the next?
Okay, coming. We can use coming. When will the next bus be? We would need to say be coming. When will the next bus be coming? Okay, or when is the next bus coming? All right. We could also say gonna get here. All right. When will the next? When is the next bus gonna get here? All right, so instead of arrive is a very formal word. Okay, for the most part, we say things like gonna get here. All right, when is the next bus gonna get here? Okay, how much longer till the bus gets here? Okay, instead of using arrive, you guys, we use to get here. Okay, it sounds more natural. All right, when we say that, some people may use arrive. It sounds a little bit more educated, but for the most part, us normal people, okay, we usually say get here. Okay, when is it going to get here or gonna get here? Okay, when is the next bus set to get here? You know, things like that. Instead of using arrive, we use get here. Okay. All right, very good. Any questions so far? We'll go down and we'll review some vocabulary words to end off the lesson. But any questions so far, you guys? Nope. All right. Let's go down. Okay, we've got 9 vocabulary words is all. Okay, and we've talked about a lot of these, so this should be a snap for you. Okay, so let's review some vocabulary words. Amparo, take a look at number 1. All right, and match that to its definition, please.
The amount of money you pay to ride.
All right, amount of money you pay to ride. Okay, now you guys remember this could be called fare, ticket, let's see, fare, ticket, price, cost, and tariff. Okay, some places they would call it a tariff. All right, so the you could also call it a fee as well. So any of those words could be used here. All right, fare, ticket, price, cost, tariff, fee. All right, so it just depends on the language that they are using in that particular station. Okay, they don't use the same language everywhere, right? Okay, let's go to John. John, number 2, please.
Okay. ID, identification.
Good, yeah, ID. Okay. Now
F.
you only need to show your ID if you're getting a discount. Okay, like your student ID. If you ride the bus, it doesn't mean that you need to take out your ID and show them your ID every time you get on there. Okay, it's only to prove that you are a student and you deserve the discount or something like that. Okay. All right, let's go to Kinga. Kinga, number 3, please.
Bus stop, the place where you wait for or get off the bus.
Okay, wait for or get off the bus. Let's see here. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So B. Okay, now I wanted to talk a little bit about verbs we use to get on. Okay, so when we talk about the buses, okay? All right, now when we talk about our prepositions, okay, and we're talking about a bus, we ride, okay, ride on. We ride on a bus, okay? Not in, okay, on. Now, if you get a phone call and you are inside of the bus, okay, you can use either or. You can say, hey, I can't take the call right now. I'm on a bus. Or I can't take the call right now. I'm in a bus and it's very noisy. Okay, but if I'm telling you, yeah, I was riding on the bus from San Francisco to Las Vegas when a guy proposed to his girlfriend right in the middle of the aisle. Okay, so we ride on the bus. Okay, ride on the bus. Okay, we also take the bus. Okay, so we ride the bus, take the bus. Now, those are the two verbs that we use when traveling on the bus. We don't say travel. Okay, I need to take a bus from Austin, Texas to New Mexico. Okay, we take a bus. All right, not travel. Travel is kind of a big, clumsy word. We take, right? Excuse me. And we, to get on the bus, when we are getting on and off, we use get off, jump on, off. So get on, off, jump on, off. Hop on, off. I think those are the main ones we use. So that the two main ones would be to get on or jump on. Okay, get on, jump on a bus. Okay, and you could say I'm getting in a bus, but that's if it's happening right now and you are telling someone what you are doing in the moment. Okay, but usually we use on. Okay, so going back to our vocabulary words here. Okay, bus stop. Okay, a place where you wait for or get off the bus. Okay, so there's our verb there. Get off. Okay, get off the bus. Okay, let's go to number 4. And number 4 is for Laszlo, I believe.
Depot, H, central place where buses meet.
Yeah, this is the depot, central place where buses meet. Okay, excellent. Now, remember you guys, this is, the T is silent. Okay, if you ask for the bus depot, you will get a strange look. All right, that's why I would stay away from using the word depot unless you're absolutely positive you are going to not pronounce the T. Okay, I would stay with words like station, bus station. Okay, station would be better to use than depot. Okay, now Weiler, to answer your question, enter, yes, you can use that, but it's a very formal word. Okay, I need to enter the bus right now. We would understand you, but it's best to use get on, get off, jump on, jump off, hop on, hop off. Okay, those would be the best. And you use those for cars as well, and planes, and boats. Okay, and trucks, any type of vehicle. We get in, jump in, hop in. Okay, things like that. Okay, good. Let's go to Libya. Libya,
Okay.
let's see, number 5, please.
Number 5 or 6?
Number 5. Yes, number 5.
J, the path the vehicle takes.
Nope.
No.
Express is going to be without regular stops. Okay, or a direct.
Direct.
Okay, direct. All right, so that is express. No problem. All right, number 6. Number 6 is for Luis.
Out of service is closed for passengers.
Okay, closed. Let's see. Yes. Okay, so closed for passengers. So no one can get on it. Okay, the bus is not picking up passengers.
No, in service.
All right. Out of order. Yeah, out of service. Let's go to Aga, number 7, please.
Okay. Route, the path the vehicle takes.
Good. Yes, the path the vehicle takes. That is a route. Amparo, number 8, please. Amparo, number 8.
Can you hear me?
Yep, now I can hear you.
Okay. Driver, the person who operates the vehicle.
Okay, good. So I, the person who operates the vehicle. All right, and our last one here to end the class, number 9. This is for Kinga.
Passenger. The path the train takes. J. No.
Okay, this is passenger. Okay, so a driver operates or drives the bus. The passenger is the person that's in the back. Okay, this is the person that rides in the bus. The person who rides in the bus. Can I have you repeat that, Kinga? Please read this. Kinga, let me have you read this definition, please.
Passenger, the person who rides in the vehicles. I don't know how.
Vehicle. Vehicle.
Vehicle. The person who rides in the vehicle.
Awesome. Okay, very good job. All right, you guys. Thank you for coming to class. It was great having you all here. And tomorrow I'll choose another subject that we can go through and learn new phrases that we can use in everyday types of situations. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you very much. It was great having you here. Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you, teacher. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.